So after restart, we're back and see if that helped, and are we able to run our virtual machine or not. And this time the menu changed. I'm thinking it worked. Let me click on maybe connect, and there is go. So it's working. Okay, it's working. No, big screen right here, and we got it working. Status running. I don't see anything else. What's going on? Oh, it's loading. Yep, it's kind of black purple. Oh, there you see. There you go. Try Ubuntu install. What do you see? Now we're not gonna try Ubuntu. Basically, the machine is thinking that it's a real computer, so it's thinking it's in a CD and we can insert the CD and run it from over there, or for that matter from a USB. But since we want to install it in a virtual machine, we're gonna select install. Language is there. I don't know if my language is there, like my native language is supported, and it's right there. I could do that, but oh, that's for the keyboard. I wish I'm thinking about the Farsi is supported, Arabic is supported, but no support for, is it Hindi supported? Nope. So nah. We'll mess with that later on. Right now English is just fine. Alright, so English, continue. Normal installation. We're not gonna web browser basic now. We can leave everything as it is for the time being, since it's the first time. We'll mess around later on, like installing third-party apps. So erase disk and install Ubuntu, all your program disk. Well, that sounds scary, but since we're running it in a virtual machine, so I'm still gonna go ahead with that and see what happens. And I'm not gonna go into this advanced thing where it will, basically encrypt and it will ask me for my key and all that, but no, I'm not doing it right now. So we are not concerned with the disk partitioning either, because it's running on a virtual machine and we already allocated it about 127 GB of space. So it's basically it's a file on your real hard drive that acts like a hard drive on a virtual machine. So we're not going to concern ourselves with any of that. We're going to just install now, and it says honestly, this message is scary. But for the sake of learning, we can just go ahead with do it and hope that it does not mess up our actual real installation of Windows 10. And that's my correct time zone, so it got that right. Your name, let's put, and username, should I use a password? Sure. No. My password is fear. Log in automatically. We'll use the password thing because I actually want to install Ubuntu on a old computer and give it to my son so he can play around and learn Linux from an early age. I tried Ubuntu many years ago when they were still new, and they were actually you could actually get free copies on a CD from them. That was the time when high-speed internet was new and dial-up was still a thing. I was on a DSL line, and downloading was not an option. Uh, so I actually ordered a CD from them, which was basically free. They will just burn one and send you one. I tried it, and at that time I was so used to Windows that I never bothered to install it again. Then later on, again I give it a try, give it a shot. I down that time, yeah. I had the high-speed internet, so I downloaded a copy, burned it myself on a DVD, and ran it from the DVD itself. Like, did not install it, just ran it from the drive. I kind of liked it, but it's still I did not bother to install it as my main operating system. But now I very much want to install it on at least a desktop. Oh, sorry, a laptop for the living room. So we can play around on it and get used to it and familiarize ourselves with it. I'm just curious, how much has it changed since the first time I tried? So now I say restart the computer in order to use the new installation, and I kind of think that it's not the actual computer, it's just the virtual machine is going to restart itself, though I did not see an option on the menu right here on the right side of the Hyper-V to restart it from there. Maybe because it was shut off. So I think that's the case. The virtual machine is restarting itself. Though I don't mind the actual machine restarting. This one boots back up in like literally 3 seconds. Literally. I once had a machine that will take like about 5 or 7 minutes, or even more sometimes, to boot up. So restarting that machine was a pain. And it seems like my virtual machine is taking the same amount of time to restart. There you go. Um, I want to give it a time, but the last three line actually is giving me an error. It says unable to read data cache and unable to read page. So really have no idea what's going on. As I mentioned, that this is the first time that I'm actually running a virtual machine, and by the trial and error you would know that. Do I have to press any key? Let's check if the performance CPU is 23%, 27%, so I think it's working. I'm gonna leave it to that. Because normally it's just 1 or 2%. Memory is, oh, there you go, see, so I was right to wait on it. It will do, and it's giving me all the errors in the world. And if that's the case, you're gonna let it run. What is it? Memory dropped in usage. The CPU is actually a little bit higher now, 30%. It was 27. Disk is 1%. GPU is still the same, about 14. Basically, the error is the same. If you look at that, these on the numbers on the right side, they're going up and they're changing, but the error is exactly the same. So what's going on? Is it supposed to? Oh, the error changed. No, the error changed and still same for this next one. Reading block, metadata. This is interesting. I can try to search on it in this window to the right and see what's really going on. Ubuntu 15. This has been running and running and still nothing but disappointment. This is the squash of, yep. You're gonna see only up to this point of the screen. I have actually the LG wide monitors, so I can see the whole page. It's just how the screen is being recorded on. Oh yeah, now I remember why I never give it a shot, because for a lot of the things you have to run these commands, and I was like, what the hell, I don't want to learn it back then. So I just stuck to Windows, and now this running error thing is actually pushing me back to Windows. Well, I'm gonna let it run for a few more minutes. I'm gonna pause the video, and if something comes up, if it starts working, I will record it. So as you can see, over here it stopped. It ran out of all the errors in the world, and it's given some information at the end. Prepare exit to user mode, page fault, RIP code, all that, and kernel panic, not syncing, attempting to kill, initiate exit code. Maybe give it a few more minutes, see what it's doing, search the error code, and kernel panic. That's interesting. The last line, basically I think it's like a fail switch, that if the installer feels like it's just throwing out errors and doing nothing, there's it just stops. So that must be the kill initiate exit code. Let me search. So I tried shutting it down. It's saying shutting down on the bottom, but it's not. I don't know what it's doing. I think that I download a fresh copy of Ubuntu and then try to install it from over there. Maybe that fixes the issue. Let's see. Desktop. What are other alternative download? 19 network installer, LTS, desktop, 64-bit. This is not working. Is there like Ubuntu for AMD? Because this is Ryzen, so for Windows, for Mac, no. How It's AMD 64. What is it doing? No, just resume it. AMD 64, okay. So we can wait on it while this one needs to be gone. How do I cancel it? While it's downloading, I'm not gonna bore you with this screen capture. I'm gonna just pause recording.